morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mondello Park for the Dunlop Masters Superbike Championship and the opening race on the live stream this morning, and it's the Superbike and Supersport B race. James, we have the pole position man Robert Toner, 133, sitting there waiting, and alongside him number 196 Shane Connolly, and Anthony Durain, number 70 Galway man, makes up the front row of the grid.
Yeah, Anthony been having a few technical issues with the machine over the last couple of races, but making a lot of progress. Very complicated, these machines now. They're not just like years ago where you threw petrol in the tank and got on them. There's a lot of electronics to be worked at, and Anthony finding it a little bit tough work sometimes, but he's getting a lot of help now from some sort of really good guys, so it's improved him. It's brought him right to the front of this field.
Robert Toner just getting those comfortable in those letters there on the front row of the grid. Rob, number 133, just have those final few checks, and they're coming under starters orders for the opening race of the day.
Exciting day's racing here. We had a couple of races yesterday. The Superbike main race was won by Brian McCormack just ahead of Richie Ryan, and what a battle that was, James. They entertained the crowd. It was probably the best Superbike race we've seen here since maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, it certainly was fantastic stuff, and some good entertainment as well with Peter Maloney on the microphone. Peter was my co-commentator yesterday afternoon. The man from Dungarvan, the man who's liable to say anything.
And did say anything.
But yeah, we had a good commentary in this corresponding race yesterday afternoon as well, the Superbike and Supersport B. Beautiful conditions, James. The weather is absolutely fantastic again at Mondello Park. We've been very lucky, and we're looking forward to an absolutely cracking day's racing once again here at the Dunlop Masters Superbike Championship for rounds 11 and 12.
Be honest, James, the only thing we were interested in this morning was the ice cream van, and he's here again today.
Yeah, the ongoing saga. The ice cream wagon has arrived, so we're okay.
We're happy.
It'll keep us happy for a little while anyway, James. Yeah, and beautiful day here at Mondello, and if you're watching online, ladies and gentlemen, and you're in the locality, drop over. Certainly some entertaining racing coming up, and this will be no exception. We always have some good racing here in the Superbike and Supersport B race, and immediately following this we will be getting ahead with the first Supersport race of the weekend.
Yeah, and something not on screen. It looks like Anthony Durain has had a technical issue, James. He's down on pit lane. Is that Anthony on pit lane, I think on the grey machine, but it's not on the right hand side of the picture here.
Yes, it is indeed.
It looks like Anthony in the pit lane. So our front row starter not having much luck, we'll say, this year.
No, that's a shame for Anthony, and he was there on the front row, but there he is. With the cameras have picked him up now, and
Luke Johnson, the Superbike rider, helping him out there.
Yeah, but I don't know if there's much that can be done now. They're going to be forming the grid here, and if
he's going to have to start from the pit lane anyway, James. So it's not that's not much use to him.
I'm not sure.
It's like the gear lever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was going to say that, James. Yeah. It looks that way, but certainly getting a little bit of help here from. They're all running out. That's Daryl Sharkey. Was that Daryl arriving?
It is indeed. Yeah.
So Daryl arrives out with the toolbox. Not sure if he can help. I'm sure he'll try. And
there's Andrew Murphy having to give a wave on the cameras there.
Hello, Andrew.
Yeah.
We'll see you later on in the 600 race very shortly.
Well, the next race up.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, they're coming under starters orders. We have to concentrate on what's happening on track, and they're away. And it is Robert Toner with Shane Connolly, number 196, in behind him.
Yeah, we've someone from the second row up into second position. Is that Mick Walsh, I wonder? Or is it number 18? It's number 18 is Mark Gillen, is it?
Mark Gillen, it is indeed Mark Gillen. But Rob, it's Shane Connolly in the lead, James. I think it is number 196 as they make their way around turn 3.
It is indeed.
Shane Connolly from Mark Gillen and Robert Turner there in third position. The rest of the field streamed through. Beautiful, beautiful conditions here at Mondello Park for the opening race on the live stream here this afternoon, just 12:10, so we're running ever so slightly behind schedule, about 20 minutes behind schedule, but we can yeah, we'll just keep everything going here, and riders making their way onto the very fast.
There's Mark Downs going through a picture on the Yamaha R6, the local Minute Cycles man, Mark Downs on the Yamaha R6, but still leads is number 196, Shane Connolly.
Yeah, Shane Connolly from Mark Gillen and Robert Turner. Back with the leaders as they make their way around Devaney's. It's actually Bahrain's Benz down into, yeah, Devaney's it was, and down into Paddock Bend, and now head for Southside Motor Factors for the first time of 7 laps. It is the 196 of Shane Connolly from.
Yeah, and Robert Turner made good inroads on that lap after closing right back in on the number 18 machine of Mark Gillen. And up into second place is Robert Turner.
Yeah, Turner makes the move on Mark Gillen there. And behind them, Daniel Matheson.
Yeah, he's had a very, very quick first lap. Mick Walsh in 6th, Jared Purcell next along, Philip Case, Mark Downs, Trevor Foran and Dave Ging round out the top 10.
Yeah, and there are the leaders back with us, and the man to watch at the moment, Robert Turner. Shane Connolly with the best opening lap, 1 minute 55.558. That is just the opening lap, and we would be expecting much better from these men. They make their way out onto the very fast Daly's Drift, James. Very, very quick down there in the back section of the course.
But wait till we see the Superbikes in low. Look at Turner up the inside, so great pass there from Robert Turner down to 7A and 7B. Slips up the inside of Shane Connolly and takes that lead. Connolly down to second position now.
Yeah, so Shane Connolly relegated back by the somewhat of a poor start from Rob Turner, but has made up that ground again and make their way around Devaney's, and the drop down into the left-hander of Paddock Bend, down into the main arena they come.
I must get a chat with some of the On1 racing guys later on, James. We'll get some of the data. They've got live GPS data on the BMW, so towards 7A and 7B, it'd be interesting to see how many kilometers per hour they're pulling down in there. And fastest lap on that last lap to Robert Turner at 1:52.405.
Yeah, Mark Gillen not getting dropped here by Shane Connolly. He made his way up into that second place, but Rob Turner got the better of him, and now Robert away in the lead, and we kind of would expect him to stretch it out a little bit here, James. The gap at the end of that previous lap, 0.46 of a second for Robert Turner over Shane Connolly. Mark Gillen still there in third place.
Yeah, he looks like he's beginning to build a bit of a gap already, and there's a bit of a battle further down the field, number 190.
190 is Richard Walsh, and with him was James Walsh, 87, number 87. Not sure if they're brothers there, James, but both in the Supersport Cup class, I think they were. James Walsh and Richard Walsh.
Yeah, and there's the leader's true shot, and still in second place is Shane Connolly. But very strong is Mark Gillen. Mark Gillen all over the back wheel of that BMW.
Yeah, and a little bit of a gap back to the fourth place man there, Daniel Matheson. Daniel number 555 on his Yamaha R1, it says here on the screen. And here are the leaders back with us across the start-finish line. Leaders into turn 1. There is Robert Turner and Shane Connolly. And there's not much happening, James. It's just steady as you go, Rob Turner. Just keeping everything nice and smooth here, and very, very consistent lap times, it has to be said. 152s. Not really bettering that, but I don't think...
You only need to go as fast as you want to, James, exactly. Especially when in front.
Yeah, the objective is to win at the slowest possible pace. Isn't that right, James? That's what they say.
They should tell some of the young fellas that.
Yeah, well. Oh, bit of a moment there for Rob Turner. Just a little bit of a slide on the exit of turn 4 and up into Lola they go. The right-hander of Lola that leads onto the very fast Daly's Drift. Yeah, certainly the quicker Superbikes later on, James, will be pulling upwards of 180 miles an hour down here. So we're...
Mark Gillen looking very strong in this lap, James. Mark Gillen now closed right in on the back of Robert Turner.
Yeah, he had a fastest sector 1 there, 31.205 sector 1 for Mark Gillen. So they're now in the sector 2 part of the course and into section 3. In fact, they're already on the drop down into Paddock Bend. The left-hander of Paddock Bend, the marshal's watching on, and fantastic stuff. It just looks fantastic, Mondello Park today with that beautiful weather. Robert Turner leads from Shane Connolly and Mark Gillen. Still there in second place. Seem to have lost off our leaderboard Robert Turner, but he still is there in the lead. So Rob Turner does continue to lead it. Yeah, they have it back up here now, back up on our screen. Rob, yeah, just making a few little mistakes, Robert Turner, I think, James. Maybe... Robert Turner, just maybe making a few little mistakes, coming under a bit of pressure from Shane Connolly.
Maybe it's the TV pressure, James.
Is it putting us under pressure, James? I'm not sure.
It's a good job Peter Maloney's not here.
We'd be under pressure
then. No, they'd be under pressure.
Yes,
some of the comments yesterday were... to say entertaining was an understatement. I have to say it was probably the funniest bit of commentating I've heard for a long time.
And I'm kind of glad it didn't go out live on the internet, because we might be in for a couple of lawsuits. There's Trevor Foran retiring there in the gravel trap somewhere along the way. Not sure where that was, but that was Trevor Foran, the man from Carrigaline, and that looks like...
That's the back of the paddock here at Paddock Bend.
It is indeed, yeah. It is indeed, and there he is making his way back onto the track. So Trevor, must have ran out of road and managed to keep it upright, and he is safely back on course. So Jennifer, if you're listening down there in the pit lane, Trevor ran on there into turn 4, but it is back on track, certainly no harm done.
No, and the sun certainly bringing out the quality.
Absolutely, James, and here it is, just over the line they come. Robert Turner with that just under a 4/10 of a second lead, 0.462 over Shane Connolly. Mark Gillen further 2 seconds back, and then a further 5 seconds back the road is Daniel Matheson, number 555. Mick Walsh is next in 5th place. 6th is Ger Purcell. 7th, David King. Philip Case, that's one of our class sponsors there, James. Philip Case.
PCRS.
Yeah, PCRS Bike Sport, sponsors of...
And Philip riding a beautiful Aprilia RSV, I think it's RSV4 Millet, I think it's called. A beautiful machine. The sound is absolutely fantastic, and he sponsored our twins and super twins class.
He does indeed. And there's Kevin Madigan running in there in 9th place. So Kevin is out here in the Superbike Supersport B race as well.
Well, he's doing nearly as many races as McCormick, if that's the case.
Yeah, so Kevin, who was campaigning that old CBR 600 in the classic Superbike event, going nicely indeed. And James Walsh completes the top 10, but they're back with our race leaders through Bahrain's Benz.
Yeah, and I think they come around this time, James. He's nearly getting the last lap flag.
Certainly are. Through Devaney's they come, the left-hander of Devaney's, and that short, sharp drop down to Paddock Bend, and that very quick left-hander, James. That's a tricky corner, this left-hander, isn't it, James?
And at that speed, there's very, very little runoff. It looks like there's a huge amount on TV, but let me tell you, when you're barreling in there at over 100 miles an hour, it looks like there's no runoff.
Absolutely.
There's a wall in front of you of bank. And there is the last lap flag, James. So one lap of the international circuit here at Mondello Park for Shane Connolly to get the better of Robert Turner. Mark Gillen still in third position, but he's away back now, 0.3917, so he's nearly 4 seconds behind. Shane Connolly looks like he's going to have a go, James, on this last lap. Definitely, he's closed right in. Oh, and has a big slide there at turn 3. Back end steps out.
Yeah, gets it airborne on the exit of turn 3. Shane Connolly, the man from Cavan, or 196 on his also BMW mounted.
Yeah, it's quite easy to pick out the BMWs, James. If you look at the air snorkel on the front of them, the shape, the little V shape, it's quite easy. It's very similar to the old Triumph 675.
Yeah, there they are, away out onto Daly's Drift.
With probably double the horsepower.
Well, that's for sure. And hard on the brakes into turn 7A, the double right-hander of 7A and 7B. And there they are, our two race leaders. Michael Gillen has dropped right back now in that third position, but he'll be happy enough with that. Shane Connolly, is he going to have a go here,
oh,
James?
Absolutely, James.
He's getting closer.
Yeah.
Through Bahrain's Benz they come for the final time, and around Devaney's, into Devaney's, hard on the brakes now for Rob Turner. Shane Connolly, is he close enough? I'm not sure.
Well, you wouldn't be a racer if you didn't have a go from that distance.
Well, just lost a little bit of drive on the exit there, but now into Paddock for the final time they come.
No, he's too far away.
Too far back indeed. Gets it a little bit airborne anyway, so Shane Connolly is going to settle for that second place. Barring any mistakes from Rob Turner, has it all in hand here around Southside Motor Factors for the last time. Takes the checkered flag. Rob Turner from Shane Connolly. Third place coming across the line now goes to Mark Gillen. There he is, finishing in third place. Daniel Matheson comes across the line in fourth. And now
there's Mick Walsh.
So Mick Walsh finishes there in fifth place. We'll just round off the top 10. Sixth place goes to Ger Purcell. Seventh place, David King. Eighth place, Kevin Madigan. Philip Case takes ninth. And 10th position goes to James Walsh.